The masks are coming back for school kids and staff in two New Jersey cities, Passaic and Paterson.
So it's an effort to control COVID, the flu, and RSV. So here with more on the decision to mask up in Paterson is Mayor Andre Sayegh. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Thanks so much for being here, and Happy New Year to you.
Good morning and happy and healthy New Year to you.
Yes, let's hope it stays that way. So the mask mandate goes into effect today. So do you expect attendance and compliance to be on point?
Well, I want to put this into perspective. I drove both of my daughters to school today. One's 9, one's 7. The 7-year-old Kayla said to me, "Daddy, I know why we have to wear masks." I said, "Why, Kayla?" She says, "Well, more people are getting sick, and 2, people are not covering up when they cough." Yeah. So we expect parents to comply. My wife and I made sure that our children wore a mask, and we want everyone else to follow suit. It's for their own protection. That's why when I emphasize happy and healthy, I mean healthy. That's the operative word. We don't need children. We can't afford children getting sick, especially with the triple-demic of and Kayla had RSV when she was younger, and my son just had the flu, and they've had COVID as well. So
what happens if they don't? What happens if a child arrives at school, doesn't wear a mask?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the school district will take the appropriate action, notify the parent, and I'm sure that they'll just they will supply a mask for that child, but put the parent on notice, because quite frankly, we said early on in the pandemic, we're in this together. When we say we're in this together, we are. So everyone must comply at this moment.
All right. Well, was there any opposition, though, from teachers or anybody else, parents?
I haven't heard any opposition. People don't want to get sick. In fact, they're sick of getting sick and being concerned with having to get sick. And I will tell you, in Paterson, we're really doubling down on the triple-demic. This Thursday, we are unveiling our new multi-purpose mobile unit, which will provide vaccinations, COVID, flu. We'll also be testing for COVID, flu, and RSV. We really have to continue to take these viruses very seriously. We've been leading the way in Paterson ever since 2020, and we're not going to relent at this moment.
Yeah, and so, the governor of New Jersey always says it's up to the individual towns and school districts and what exactly they want to do. So you're following those orders, right? But what were the numbers? Were the numbers spiking in all three of those categories, specifically in schools, which is why you decided to do this?
Two of those categories, flu and COVID, we're seeing an uptick in both. And obviously, you want to err on the side of caution, especially when it comes to students, the children. And we want to make sure our teachers are safe, too. With the learning loss that they experienced during these last 2+ years, they can't afford to be out of the classroom. And quite frankly, virtual learning just doesn't work for a lot of children. Yeah, so parents.
I know that I believe Passaic is keeping it to 2 weeks, but are you going to keep this, or how long do you anticipate to keep this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable time frame for Paterson as well. Let's just measure. We'll look at the metrics. We'll see if it's working, and then we'll make a decision. Look, we're data driven here. That's what we say in Paterson. In God we trust. Everyone else, bring the data.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people were gathering for the holidays, right? So there's always this anticipation that the numbers are going to spike in the early January because of people gathering during Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's, Kwanzaa. So why do you think, when you look at the totality of New Jersey, there's only 2? So why do you think more districts haven't done it?
Well, I can tell you, Paterson is one of the most densely populated cities in the United States of America. A city our size, we're second only to New York City, of 100,000 or more residents. So we have to be careful. We're within close quarters. Classroom sizes, quite frankly, are overcrowded. So you can have like 25, 30 students in a classroom. So that's why we have to take extra precaution in Paterson, because of the fact that we're so densely populated.
Now, you talk about the numbers going up. So how is Paterson handling this tridemic then? How full are your local hospitals?
Well, I mean, our hospitals continue to be stable, but like I stated before, we're rolling out this multi-purpose mobile unit that will address, we're doubling down on the triple-demic. So RSV, flu, and COVID-19. We're going to provide testing and vaccinations, particularly for those last 2. Flu and COVID-19.
Right, and so, you mentioned the data. What's the number when it comes to flu vaccines and COVID vaccines? Because you mentioned that you want to make that more of an effort. Are the numbers not where we want them to be? Are they low?
Dan, you hit the nail right on the head. I'm a little disappointed with the boosters. We're looking for boosters and children getting vaccinated. So we're just going to have to re-energize our effort, or we're going to have to re-energize our team and double down on our efforts to get children vaccinated and to promote the booster. I'll go get I think I've gotten 2 boosters. I'll go get another one if it means influencing or inspiring people to get that 1 booster.
But if they haven't gotten it yet, sorry.
Yeah, what is the holdup?
Yeah.
Like, why are they
Yeah, I don't know
Not
why there
getting
would
it.
be vaccine hesitation. I mean, I thought we were well past that. I think now people, quite frankly, they've lulled themselves into this belief that, yeah, okay, it's over. The pandemic is not over. People are still getting sick, and unfortunately, people are still dying.
Right, but if they haven't gotten it yet, and they haven't been energized by all the talk that's out there
Yeah.
and all the officials that
Yeah.
are out there on camera getting the shot, what makes you think that now they're going to do it?
Well, we got to continue to emphasize the fact that COVID-19 is still with us, and it's going to be with us for a while, for at least a few more years. And this should serve as a clarion call, if not a wake-up call, and hopefully it won't take a rude awakening for some people to go get vaccinated.
I'm just curious, though, with the mask mandate in place right now, how is this going to affect athletics, in-school activities, after-school activities?
That's a fair question, right? Think about this. We just had 3 confirmed cases of Legionnaire's disease, which is highly transmissible. So I think the mask mandate couldn't come at a more opportune time, and we want students, we want athletes to mask up for now. Temporary pain that we all have to endure.
Yeah.
Well, what about
It
visiting?
it beats the alternative.
What about visiting schools then? The competing teams. How
So,
are you going to handle that?
Yeah, well, they're going to have to abide by the mandates.
Otherwise, no game.
Yeah, I think the other option is to not play.
So 2 weeks is what you said, right?
That's right, Dan.
All right, so keep us posted on how things go, and keep us posted on the numbers as well, because we're very interested in making sure everybody is safe and healthy for 2023, like you said.
Any New Year's resolution for the city of Paterson?
There are plenty of things we need to resolve in the city of Paterson, but I will point out, on a positive note, I was just talking to my wife. We are going to be cutting the ribbon on Hinchliffe Stadium, one of only 2 stadiums still standing that hosted Negro League games. That's a national treasure. It's our field of dreams.
It's huge.
And we want to underscore the significance for the country that this stadium plays, because our level of consciousness relative to race relations has been heightened.
Yeah.
So this stadium speaks to the struggle for social justice, civil rights, and the scourge of segregation.
Yeah.
This stadium is very significant to American history.
You know, we've been following that since it was announced you guys were doing that, so we'll be there.
I want to see you there.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
You'll hold the ribbon with me.
Maybe you'll do the opening pitch.
Nobody wants to see that.
You better warm up. If you throw like 50 Cent, we don't want
Nobody wants to see that. Paterson Mayor Andre Sayegh, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy and healthy, guys.
You too.